Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Juan and today I'm going to show you how to set up the tabletop simulator for Killteam. I did a previous video which is kind of old, but right now a lot of things have changed, so basically it's a bit easier right now. So this is a new version. First of all, you need the tabletop simulator. You can download it in Steam. Basically, sometimes you will have it for like $5 in a sale, or at least I think if you don't buy it in a sale, it's like $20. Once you have this installed, there's a workshop where you can add a couple of things to your basically library in order to be able to play different games. You can play Warhammer 40k, Killteam, Age of Sigmar, Warbands. You can play Necromunda, I think, and even there's a new StarCraft game. To make it a little bit easier and don't have a very long list of things you need, I created a collection for one of my projects. Soon I will have so-called BLACKHYDRA open, tabletop simulator tournaments for international people. So English is welcome. So even if you're speaking English, you can participate. Just stay tuned here on the channel. But nevertheless, you can just follow this collection. And I didn't really do anything by my own except just collecting this. So usually you just need the KT3 base table, the Killzone mods, maybe the cards and tokens and the figures, as well as the cards and minis, or operative exploits and deployment. Actually, with just the Killzone mod and the operative exploits and the equipment, you should be completely fine. The new mod, like the new base table, is based on the old KT3 base table. I've included everything. So right before, you know, the old tutorial, you need the base table, you need the command node, the extender. It's now all included in the Killzone mod. So you don't actually need this three things here. The node, the extender, and this one. I've included it nevertheless, because in case something goes wrong with the Killzone mod, it's updated or it doesn't work, you can always go back and you don't have to search. So you basically subscribe all of those and then you will start the tabletop simulator by playing. Yeah, I go in window mode right now, or not. So you will be welcomed by this screen. Right now you can join games if you want to, if you already want to play with friends or whatsoever. You can also create a game. The first thing before we play Killteam in the Killteam simulator, in the tabletop simulator, we need actually to get access to our team that we want to play. So right now you can get on create. This is something you can do in single player. Then you go on workshop, and as you can see I have several objects subscribed. Right now we are just searching the operatives. I always go with the operative exploit equipment, but there's also the figure corner. They are slightly different in the models. I prefer the operative mod, this one, and I load it because there's all the tokens you need included already. Sometimes it needs an update, right? If a new team is released or such, do not worry about that. That goes all in the back end of the system. So you don't have to manually update the collection because it does it on its own. So that's a really good thing in the workshop items. And here you have the several teams available currently at Killteam. And then you can basically navigate through it. The controls are pretty easy. You can do a tutorial on that on your own, but yeah, WASD is like the basic movement on the x-axis, and then you have your right mouse button where you can actually shift around or even go in if you go your mouse wheel, use your mouse wheel and such. Yeah, so if you decide for a team, for example, let's say, what's cool here? I think Chaos is good. Warp Coven, for example, or maybe Night Lords, Legionnaires. Let's go Warp Coven right now. We go in a circle, left mouse, then we click right, and then we say Save Objects, and then you will type in the name, which you can always find. I go 99 with my teams. If you have several systems, I can suggest you to put KT. So you will find it. Saved. You can add several teams. You can actually also, right now put all of the teams in your object library by marking the back, ideally the dice and as well the box here, and just save them. You can save them all if you want to. That's it. You go to the main menu, then you create, for example, right now a multiplayer game because the friends want to join. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 TT for now, and we create a server. We want to play Killteam, so we go to the Killzone mod, and we need the base table because for tabletop you most likely need a table. Here you go, just load it. And that's the total beauty of it. Right now you have everything included. It looks completely overloaded at first sight, but do not worry, it's pretty easy. First of all, you can enter the kill zone by choosing red or blue player. I like red as a color. And then you can navigate all through this basically. You will have start here. You can choose the game mode like Crit Ops, Classic PvP, Multiplayer, or Joint Ops even. We go PvP right now, and once you click it, you will open the next options. So mission packs, we want to play Approved Ops. You can also certainly go back to 24 if you want to. And then you have the missions here. You can actually go through them. It's all included in the table. So all you need is basically subscribe to the collection I made, and you have all you need in this table. So right now you have can select, and then you can confirm the selection, and it will be locked. If you want to play the Killzone, we have available Killzone Volcus, Octarius, Beta Decima, and we have Gallo Dark, Descent on the Shadowhunt expansion, and Killzone Tomb World. We can also address or access to other Killzones where we have blank layouts. There's an option. Additive load means you can look in the workshop for Killteam maps, for example, and then you can add an object by additive load, like objects, and then you can load a map onto your table, but that's a little bit advanced. Anyway, you have Moroch, you have Killzone Mechelen, this is Bandor, I think, from the WTC, and then you have Octarius for the 24 map pack. You can also select a random map, and these two are under construction, so open for new. We go Killzone Mechelen, for example, which is Bandor, and then you will have all the layouts available here, the official ones. You can also cancel and go back. In case you want to play Volcus, you can go replay 25 layout. You can always go back to 24 to play other mission packs, and then you can see it here. Here's your table. Right now there's nothing. You just click on the layout you want to play, you confirm it, and there's your table. In a matter of a second, maybe the first time it has to load the models and stuff, and it's pretty accurate. So you have loaded your table, you don't need to set it up. It's pretty much more convenient as if you play at home. You have the deployment zones here, and if you go over the terrain and make a left click, you also see the rules included, right? Light, heavy, stronghold, and then you can see the different rules applying to this terrain, and this is basically it. That's how you set up. Second step would be if you want to set up area, for example. Right now we want to have our team in here. We go to saved objects, and back now I'm a little bit more organized than in the beginning. So here I put KT. You can make a system out of it, like 99 is always the end if you go in a folder structure, but you can also play just KT/warp coven, KT/ blah blah blah, and then you can organize it a bit better than I have. Then you can just drag and drop it and put it there. Right now you cannot really move it, you can just pull the miniatures out or in. This is unfortunately like locked. You can now also pick place, and you will have all the tools available you need. You can also set up the markers. As you see here, you shouldn't do it like now I have it here. And basically here is your miniatures, and you can pull them all out. And again, you can build your list right away. Like this would be one way to include a team. If you have a lineup you always tend to play, you can just go and, select those, or maybe a little bit of variance in there, and save them as a new object. not save place, sorry, save object, and then you can do like maybe KT warp carbon rubric build, because some teams allow different builds, right? And you can save it and always just get access to this by loading them in from the object. So you can really play around with that. Here you have the cards. And most likely I would suggest you to have KT- open, or the Warhammer community site, where you have the most current rules there, because this might not be up to date, but it's a nice help. We have another couple of things on this table where you can add your firefight ploys here. So strategic ploys, for example, firefight ploys can go here, and as you can see, it's really convenient to play like this. It's actually, if I wouldn't play tabletop for the love of the game and do something not in front of the computer, it would be awesome, because you don't have to set up a table, you don't need space, you don't have all the mess and stuff like this. So yeah, as you can see, you can put your equipment, the faction rules, firefight ploys all here. You can even put activate, so the opponent can see what's activated, stuff like this. Here's a hidden area. You can actually select your tech op and then just drop it here. With the middle mouse button, you can basically turn them around. And then you have here the interface of a round one initiative. You can put that, the scoring, you can just go through it after every round. And that's basically your scoreboard. You have several helps here. The crit op we selected, the casualties, you can just move the models here. For example, if a model dies, you can just move it here, so you can see and track what happens. And yeah, it's really convenient. As you can see, every player has a hidden area, and therefore, yeah, we move on. For game convenience, so this is how you play. Just one or two sentences to move. You can actually toggle measure movement. Then you will have always the inch numbers attached to the model. And you can just go around here and play with the tools. You can measure and so on, right? So you can also have a measurement and then just measure to certain things and lock them. And it's pretty convenient to play in here. With E and Q, you can actually turn them around. Right mouse button, bring them back to the table. And this is how you can actually play and set up. You have ready and unready. There are various interface helps here. Obviously dice rolling as well, right? You go like this and roll the dice. You have measurement helps here. You have datasheet HUD mode. Yeah, range finders, ready operators, load position, save position. You have a statistic here, a moan button. And this is basically it. Here is also the quick rules references here, and a user manual for the table included as well. I don't want to really go any deeper, because I think I made another video on that already in English, and I hope this gives you an idea of the new Killteam table and how to set it up and play it. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. If you like this video, you know this is usually a German channel, but I tend to do more and more videos in dual languages, especially tutorials and some stuff. So yeah, English is my third language. Keep that in mind. So I hope it was helpful for you anyway. And yeah, hope to see you soon here. Have fun playing Warhammer Killteam in the tabletop simulator. And maybe we will see each other in our tournament. See you soon.